Hey everybody, it's Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I ship some of my jewelry. I've got a couple pieces that are going out today, and I wanted to share with you two different ways that I ship jewelry, kind of depending on what I've got going out. So these are the supplies, for the most part, that I use, and so let me talk you through what I've got going on here. So I sell on multiple platforms, eBay and Etsy primarily. So I have my eBay branded tape that I got with my shipping coupon for having a, I don't remember what level store I'm on, and then my clear tape that I got from Uline. You can also get it from Amazon, wherever. And I really try to only send eBay tape and boxes to my eBay customers, but I know there have been a couple times where I've been on a roll with my shipping and I've grabbed up the eBay tape or the eBay box and sent something to an Etsy customer with eBay branded stuff. Nobody said anything so far, but I really try to make sure that I use my clear tape and my plain boxes for my Etsy customers. Okay, so there's that, and everything I'm going to share with you here, I'll link down below where I got it, or if there's an alternative that you can get from Amazon or somewhere else. Another thing, of course, is scissors. These are my fun scissors. And this is something I pick up, okay, when I go to garage sales and estate sales or thrift stores and I find scissors, I buy them because mine always vanish. So scissors I buy. If I find packing tape cheap, I buy. If I find thank you cards, tissue paper, baggies, anything like that. Especially in estate sales, there's always like an office section, so I always go through there and see what else I can find. Okay, another thing that I like to have are things to put the small items in, and I use bags and things for small items, even if they're small, like trinket type items, like this bull, which I still haven't listed. So I like using these a lot for smalls. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this is something else, these baggies. I don't remember where I got these. I think I got them on Amazon, but I'll link. I had purple ones and red ones. So, and I had two different sizes. This is the smaller size, but then I had a little bit of a bigger size too. So if I had like a big necklace and I didn't want to use one of the boxes I have big all size boxes too. Okay, so there's that. And then I have these craft boxes that, again, I ordered, I think from Amazon. I'll have to double check. And but I got a few different sizes because I do sell a lot of smalls in jewelry, and I'll show you how I use this. I don't just plunk the item in there, and I'll tell you why. Another thing, I ordered these from Wish just kind of for fun, and they look like little macaroons, and they open, and so you can put like a piece of jewelry in there. I'm not going to use this one today, but just another fun, like on the site Wish, it's kind of hit or miss and the shipping takes forever, but you can find cute little things like that. I've got these, and I got some little tins, just some cute stuff for shipping jewelry in. But again, I haven't actually used them now that I think about it, but I think I used them when I did an auction on my site, but that was it, on my YouTube. But I have those as well. And then Shelby sent me a bunch of these baggies, which I'm still using, and I'll tell you why I use these as well. That's coming up. Also, two of my favorite ways to ship are in these padded mailers. These are from Uline, but you can get them other places as well. They're padded on the inside with the bubbles, and this is probably one of my main sizes. How big is that? What is that? Like a 7 by 4, 7 by 5 or so padded mailer. It doesn't say on here. Anyway, so this is one of my go-to, especially for smalls and jewelry. And then my 6 by 4 by 4 box is one of my favorites as well. These ones are my eBay branded ones, but you can get them again from Uline, Amazon. So this is another, probably the majority of my packages go out in this. This is the size I use for mugs and everything. But I did just get a bunch more boxes from the post office because Q4 is coming. It's right around the corner. Okay, so tissue paper is another go-to for me, and I buy this, I think I've maybe bought it new once or twice, but I always get it from garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales. If we have a birthday party to go to, there's always some left over. And then I have something branded that goes in my boxes. So this is actually my grandmother from in the 40s. She used to do rodeos. And so on the back, it's got a thank you. And I ask them to share, upload a review, a picture with their review, and then a coupon code for taking something off their next purchase. So I got these on Vista Prints. So there's a few tweaks I would make on my next set, like, I forgot to put my store name, but so far I've done okay, because so far I've had a lot more response with getting good reviews from this, and a few people have used the coupon code. But anyway, it's still a nice touch, even though I need to add my store name on there. Don't do what I do. And then as far as shipping goes, this is one of the scales that I use, and this isn't a food scale, it's an old Weight Watchers scale. I actually got another scale from a garage sale, another food scale, so this is perfect for weighing my first class items. It goes up to a few, I think it goes up to like 5 or 8 pounds, but then I do have a big giant scale for things that are really heavy. So those are the main things I need. So let's get started. So first of all, the 2 items I have shipping out today, one, let me zoom it in. One of the items I have going out today is just this jet tie tack. And because there are no stones or any pieces that can get bumped off, this will go in my bubble mailer. And this ring is going to go in my 6x4x4 box. And even though the stone isn't something that's protruding that could probably get knocked out, I really didn't want to put this ring. It was a little bit, I think it took a best offer of 30 bucks on it. But still, I didn't want to put it in a bubble mailer. So I'm going to show you how I box it. Usually I put things in the 6x4x4 when there are stones or things that can get bumped off of the ring or the bracelet, what have you. Okay, so let's start with this guy. And what I'm gonna do is sometimes I'll put them in a plastic baggie before I stick them in this one, but today I'm not gonna do that. Today I'm just gonna slide him right in to this, and then what I do is I fold this over. I take my branded mail-in, and usually also the last batch I got were more like they were thicker, more like cardstock, and when I ordered I didn't make sure, so this one's a little bit thinner than what I normally order, so I just wrap it around to kind of cushion it a little bit more, like so, and it's in there as you can see. And then I take my bubble mailer and I slide it right inside, so that goes right in there. And then peel it off and fold it over. Now, important, if you are packaging up a bunch of stuff all at the same time and then printing the labels, which is what I do, then I need to make sure that I write here, I put the initials of the person that is buying the item so that I'm not getting it all mixed up once I have a bunch of packages laying on the floor. And another thing I'll do sometimes when I don't have my computer right with me is I'll weigh it as well. So I'll get my scale, I've got to zero it out, and when I weigh it, so it's a half an ounce, so if I don't have my computer right with me, I'll put the weight on it, what was it, 0.5 ounces, and then I'll put the initials of the buyer, which is SC, on here, so that when I go to print off my labels, then I've got everything I need right here on the package. So another thing I use are these peel off labels where they peel right off, and you get 2 labels per, what are they, Avery, they're Avery ones. You get 2 labels and then you just stick them on. So I just put it on like that and I slide it around. So that's how it looks when it's done. Okay, second item, I've got this ring that's sold, and this one's sold on eBay. So what I'm going to do for this ring is that I'm going to use one of my craft boxes, but because, listen, if I put it in here like this and just say, okay, good to go, listen, one, it's getting banged all around in the box, and you can hear that there's something hard in there. So step one, I take one of the plastic baggies that Shelby so kindly sent me, but I'll link down below what they are, and then I slide it in there like that. And then the little cushion that comes in the box, what I do is I tear it in half, and it pulls apart really easily. And yes, there's little fibers that fall out, but that's okay, because what I do is the part that's all fibery that I cut in half, that goes down like so. And then I put the baggie in, and then I put the other half of the fiber on top like so. Then I lit it up. Now let's shake it. See, now it's just like, you can kind of hear the edges of the bag tapping along the sides. Okay, so this one's ready, but I've got to get my box ready. So I use my 6x4x4, zooming out. There we go. Now here's the thing, don't use, I mean, it's a thing. I don't like, I guess pet peeves, I don't like using newspaper, or like I ordered something for my kid the other day, and it was, the packaging was newspaper, and then it was wrapped in like a baggie, like a plastic baggie, like you got from the grocery store, you know? Oh wait, I can use my eBay. Oh, I've already used this one. So technically I could use my eBay tape on this, but I've already started. So there's that. All right, so there's that. Yeah, so use craft paper. You know, it's really not that expensive, and it's gonna make your, it's gonna make your shipping look way more professional. Another thing I do is I use the tissue paper, which for bigger items I don't always use the tissue paper because you need more, but I always use it as a color pop in there. And like I say, you can get it super cheap at garage sales. Okay. Another place to look for it is, I'm on one of these buy nothing sites, you know, kind of like FreeCycle if you're into, have one of those. And sometimes you'll find, you know, packing supplies on there. It's just the rule on those free sites is you're not supposed to sell the stuff, so I'm not selling it, I'm using it. Okay, so once I've got this, I didn't talk you through that, is I take the bag, you know, the tissue paper, and I kind of grab it in the middle, like half in the center of the paper. And I shove this center part down, and then I make like a bowl. Where's my bowl? So I've got it all kind of lined like that. I take my box, slide it inside, and then I fold this part in on top. I try to make it look kind of nice. Roll it down. So it's kind of like that. You see, it's not going anywhere. And then I take my card and I slide it over. I just kind of curl it over the top like so, and I fold it up. I don't do packing supplies. Or not packing supplies, but shipping, what is it called? Packing slips. And I think I've done 1 or 2 in my entire time of ever selling. And I've had people say, what if your package gets destroyed or broken, and they need to see what was in it, and they look for the packing supply and packing list and it's not there. I can honestly say I've never had it happen. In how many years? So, I don't do a packing slip. I've had maybe a couple people, the only times I've done it is when someone's asked for it. So here's this one already set. Let's listen. Okay, it's good to go. And again, I just write the initials on the top and I weigh it. Got my scale. I got this coming up here. And then, what do I have? 2.8 ounces. So I just usually round it up to 3. So 3 ounces. And then the initials of the buyer. And when I do this, and I've had a ton of stuff sell, you just have to make sure that you don't have 2 buyers with the same initials. That has happened to me 1 time, and I had to go open the boxes up and figure out what it was and who went to what. But it's only happened once. So this is what I do. And then you print the label and you're good to go. Okay, so then I get my label. Again, just peel it right off. And I probably did the tape method for the first couple years, you know, with paper and tape, because it was cheaper, and I found tape at garage sales and paper at garage sales for cheap. So, okay, there's that. So, I mean, if you are still looking for you know, I don't want to show you that. So if you're still looking for a way to lower the expenses on shipping and you want to do the paper and tape it down, that's an option. However, tape is expensive. So this is the way I like to do it. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that you got a better idea of how to ship some of your things. This is for smalls. I'll do another video. I've done quite a few videos on how to ship like hats and mugs and things like that, but I'll probably do some refreshers because I've changed a few things. So that's how I ship these smalls, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought, how you do it differently. I'm always looking for new ideas, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye, everybody.